Here we go into round 3 against Togiles. What avatar is this? This is Kozilek. Not as cool as Shishiro, not even close, but alright. Alright, well we started off with the cat this time. That cat is pretty ballin'. Our deck is real bad, but Magic is a game with a lot of variance, and so sometimes you can win even if your deck is horrible. Not every draft is going to work out just amazingly, and that's something that you have to get used to and really kind of come to terms with if you're going to play a lot of limited, is that sometimes you're going to open bad pools and sealed, and sometimes you're not going to be able to have your draft work out the way you want in draft. I think we want to cycle this here. We want to make sure we can cast the cat on 5, and it'd also be sweet to know what... Yeah, so we got some good information about what we can discard here. We want to discard this swamp, I think. Let's see what Togiles decides to, or Togiles decides to discard. Benefaction. Interesting. Going Bant, it looks like. Unless, and this is pretty unlikely, might be a bit of a stretch, he could just be playing the Benefaction in the deck in order to heavily troll people whenever they cast Miasma Mummy against him or Unburden. So if they make him discard, he's just like, oh yeah, I'm not even playing green, I just put this in here because I'm so much better than you that I can just play these Benefactions of Ronas and not ever actually cast them, just discarding them to show you how bad you are. I'm going to guess that's not the case. I would guess that he has a way to generate green mana in that deck. So I'm guessing the Edifice is going to stop Unwavering from attacking here, causing him to waver and taking him way out of character. Here goes Soul Stinger. Soul Stinger is going to sting himself. Sometimes in a board state similar to this, without the Edifice, we would kill off one of our smaller dudes. But here, since he's got the Edifice, we really don't want to put him in a spot where one of our creatures is so much better than our others. Sweet, we were able to get the mana for our cat. It's a little scary, could have Censor or Essence Scatter up. We're going to swing first. Okay, can't have Censor or Essence Scatter anymore. Only Mana Tithe. But Mana Tithe, luckily for us, is not in this set. Mana Tithe, if anyone's wondering, is 1 white. Counter target spell, unless its owner pays 1. So it's 4 spike, but it's white. It was printed in Planar Chaos. Planar Chaos is, if anyone's ever curious, just the best set of all time. This is not a great situation for him, probably. He's trying to figure out what the best line would probably be here. I don't know what he's got in his hand. If he's got an Angler Drake, he could be in a little bit better shape. But the trouble is, with that Regal Caracal, or Caracal, you really don't want to bounce it. If you put it back in their hand, then they're just going to cast it again, which is awful. Then you get more cats. Okay, playing a 4/4. That probably makes sense here. He's got a lot of creature, or we got a lot of creatures that could swing in on him here. Okay, so I think we are going to make the big cat unpleasant to block. We're also going to cast Ruthless Sniper to make him feel weird about all the blocks. And then we'll see what he says cannot attack. I'm going to guess the big cat cannot attack. Yeah, big cat cannot attack. We're going to swing a Soul Stinger for sure. And could swing a lot of things here, actually. He can't only kill one thing. Yeah, so I think we're going to swing for the fences a little bit here. Not sure what I would block in this situation, but maybe the Unwavering Initiative or one of the cats. Not Soul Stinger. Definitely not Soul Stinger. Interesting. Cats. Also planning on floodwatering those guys. That is the sound that lets us know that my other video is all set. Alright, let's go to sideboard. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always forget. Every time we go to this sideboard, I always think we're going to have something to bring in, and we just don't have anything because we didn't draft very well. We weren't sure where we were, what colors we were in. This is interesting. Cursed Minotaur being our only dude. We have both colors. We've got 3 plays. I think we've got to keep this. I don't think we can mulligan this hand. That helps a little bit. Anything that's not a land helps a bit here. We can use one more white land, and then we don't really need any more lands at all. Soul Singer, you're a welcome addition. We will cycle this Renewed Faith in a moment. Hopefully this is not time for Crocodile of the Crossing. It's a Gift of Paradise. Okay. So we were playing against quite a ramp situation here. Now this time he's going to be able to cast cards of all 3 colors since he's got that gift on his forest. He's not swinging here. He must not want us to kill that Naga with impeccable timing. But he doesn't know that we don't run impeccable timing because we think it's terrible. Well, I think it's terrible anyways. I don't know what you guys think, but I'm not a big fan of it. I liked it quite a bit in Kaladesh, but I don't like it here. Cycling Compelling Argument. This is an interesting deck. He probably has Drakehaven, I'm going to guess. Why is he playing Compelling Argument in 3 colors? Real Mill deck, maybe? Not the Zombie Mill. Gotta just be cycling it. Just be trying to abuse some cycling engine. Okay, he's got his own cat. Well, that's pretty rough. That was pretty fast. He got that cat out there. I think we're going to go ahead and cast Soul Stinger here. It's going to make it hard for him to make swings. Here comes something. Oh man. What's gonna be for the Minotaur, I imagine. Yeah, killing the Minotaur. And then I guess no swings still? Can't really swing with the little cats. If you swing with the big cat, I'll trade you and kill a cat. Benefaction erroneous for just trial of strength. Not the worst thing ever. At least the cartouche came down first. We're going to play an Unwavering Initiate. We're going to equip it up with the Honed Kobush. And we'll see what he's got for us this turn. We know he's going to get that 4-2 guy shortly here. Hopefully he doesn't have more cartouches to go off and get a bunch more copies of the 4-2. That makes sense. Not good. So he's going to kill the Unwavering Initiate again here, I think. He gets to get back the trial. That's pretty disgusting. But again, he cannot swing. Okay, let's see what else he's got for us here. We know he's got the green trial in hand again. I gotta imagine he's got that Avon guy in his deck. Probably one of the reasons to play all these colors. Give all those tokens flying and vigilance. Here it comes maybe. No, it's the on-crop crasher. Still reasonable. Okay, so we are going to start off by casting. Alright, let's think about this actually. We go ahead and cast our Ruthless Sniper here. Then we could cast Miasmic Mummy, tapping one more mana, and we could make him discard his last card. If we do that, we won't be able to play Compulsory Arrest. We might have to play Compulsory Arrest, so maybe that's not our best play here. We also could Miasma Mummy and not get the -1/-1. That's probably what we have to do here. Let's Miasma Mummy with no -1/-1. And we'll just play both cards anyways. Let's do it that way. See what we ripped away. Just a compelling argument. Very weird. We're going to go ahead and throw a Compulsory Rest on the On-Crop Crasher. We're going to throw our Ruthless Sniper into play. and send it back over to him. We are getting nicely ahead on time. Lake claim? That's what it feels like. Pull from tomorrow for 5. That's pretty serious. Discarding of planes. Well, we are really holding him at bay without much in play here, it feels like. Gotta imagine those cards are gonna let him break through somehow, though. Well, you'd think, but let's see what he actually does here. Here comes a cheetah in the main phase. It's got lifelink and +1/+1 because it's a cat. Pretty funny. Wow, he has an inordinate number of those green cartouches, and he's going to kill the Pitiless Vizier here. We could concede from here, but because our opponent's playing a good bit slower than us, we're going to make them play it out. I don't think we can win through this. But it appears they're playing with the possibility of a real mill strategy, which would take a long time, and that's the route they decide to go with us. And they're not very aggressive when they're... Wow, that was really greedy. So if he had pouncing cheated for the Pitiless Vizier, he could have not. Wow, that was a really strange... I don't know why he did it that way. Now he's just not going to swing again, I guess. Wow, this guy's playing very, very, very conservatively. We drew our cat. Too bad we don't already have the mana for it. Go ahead and throw this guy out there. And we'll pass it back over to him. Cycling something, or yeah, sacking his guy to gain 2 life, going up to 30. Maybe we can get out of this somehow, but triple green cartouche. This guy's 1-1 with the triple green cartouche. Probably because of mana problems, because of how he looks pretty wildly spread among these colors. Greedily splashing double blue. He's got double blue and double white cards in his deck, and all of his fixing's green. A lot of copies of green cartouche. Here comes this Trial of Strength again for the third 4/2 beast. And yet again, we see him pass to us here. He really ought to play a good bit more aggressively. I think he should really just start swinging with a bunch of creatures. He probably should have already quite a while ago. Although I guess now he can start thinking, okay, well with just the Edifice eventually he'll be able to do it anyways. Alright, we are going to cast the cat here. Sadly, we don't have a bunch more copies of cats in our deck, like random pouncing cheetahs to get value off of, but our Caracol is fine. Yeah, he's got a lot of fixing that's on some cards that aren't too exciting. This card particularly is pretty rough. You can see the haircut there on the card. Not ideal. No hair on the right side of the head there. I guess that's actually depends on how you're looking at it. Nice bowl of fruit, but really does not make up for the haircut, as you can see. Throw a Cartouche of Solidarity on the Caracol here. I think we're going to leave the Scorpion up for cycling. And I think we're going to move the Capesh over to Unwavering Initiate. We may actually be able to mill him out. He's got 10 cards left, and he's going to go search for mana here. No more cartouches, please. Okay, Unwavering Initiate cannot block. Let's see if he makes a swing here. No swings anyways, okay. Don't think we have any good attacks here. We'll just wait. Eventually we'll draw our Winged Shepherd and we can hit him. But also he's running out of cards and running out of time as well. Cycling the Winged Shepherd. Cycling his flyer that he could actually attack us with. I don't understand what's going on here. Is this real? He's just cycling everything. Is he going to search for more land with that? He's got 7 cards left. And albeit a sweet avatar, but now he's end of turning. Oh no, he's doing this to make it so that guy can't attack, sure. Sandworm Convergence. It's one of the only reasons I could expect that he's just wanting to wait so long. Okay, that makes sense. Still going to be hard for him to actually kill us, I think. Okay. We are going to go ahead and actually cast the Scorpion here. We are going to throw the Khopesh on one of the cats, and we're going to pass back. Okay, interesting. He's at 5 cards. Don't know what exactly he's gonna do in order to kill us here. He's at 4 cards now. He's making a lot of 5/5 worms. Actually starting to get a little confused here because I just don't understand what his plan is here. 3 cards. Soon he's just literally gonna run out of cards. Are we gonna somehow win this game? Or is it time for him to start attacking with everything? Yeah, here we go. Okay. Alright, let's figure out how to do these blockers. This is a pretty serious situation. I don't think we need to do this before we block, so let's just start lining up some blocks here. Quite a few ways to set this up. We are going to cycle our cards, so don't forget that. Could kill off the big cat, which I think is probably going to be the play. We need to be careful that we don't take too much damage. Let's put this on one of those crocs so we can actually kill it. One of our cats is going to live. Do we have a way so both cats could live? He swung with this guy. He doesn't have any cards in his hand, though. So here I'm taking a decent amount of damage. It'd be sweet if my cat didn't have to die. Let's see if I can live if I line it up the other way. So if I do this, I'm going to take 4, 8, 13, 14, 15, minus 4. So I'll take 11. I think I can take 11. I think that's okay. Okay, let's set those. I'm going to go ahead and cycle our resolve here. We are going to pay this mana. Who are we going to target with this? We're going to target the cat. It's an interesting big block situation here. He got to catch up on time quite a bit there on us. It's going up to 41. We get to kill something off here. Soul Stinger. Guess let's kill off this crocodile here. Perhaps we can survive this. Sure doesn't look like it right now, but it's not impossible. Gonna move this. Oh, okay, it's already on there. Okay, so I think we're gonna have to pass back over. Does have a lot of strong creatures. I thought he exerted that champion, but I guess not. Wow, approach of the second sun. Okay, and so that is a way that he can actually win if he gets down to like very few cards, right? So when he casts that again, he will win the game. Okay, interesting. I guess the only way it works is if it's the very last card in their deck. That will not let them win then. You can win with second somebody. That is fine. Kill a cat. Alright. That was pretty crazy. So at least we understand why he was going down so low and didn't mind getting so low on cards. Hopefully we'll be able to get him these next 2 games here. Approach the second sun. Pretty annoying. Haven't lost to it until just now. This deck's pretty weak and pretty bad, but Approach the second sun almost doesn't care what kind of deck you're playing. Unless you're playing one of the really good aggressive fast decks. We are going to play first. This hand's reasonable. We're going to keep it. Important that we play quickly now, since we are in a situation where it's likely we won't have time for a game 3 if this game goes anything like the last one. Alright. We'll be able to play on Wavering next turn. Hopefully he doesn't cast anything. Oh, Vitalist, that's a good card for him. I'm going to guess he's not going to block if we swing in with the Sniper here. Got a Vizier for next turn, and then hopefully a Caracal for the following turn. Okay, Gift of Paradise, here we go with this. This deck is kind of cool, even though it's not the kind of deck that I would like to normally play. It does have some charm to it. Oh no. Man. That's pretty rough. Cat is very good. It's better in his deck probably than it is in ours, even though we can cast a lot more reliably than he can. Actually, he's got a lot of fixing. Maybe he can cast it just as reliably as us, or maybe even more. But it's nice in that deck because it really slows things down. All that lifelink can make it so you can last a really long time. And that's exactly what he wants to do. It's not what we want to do. We are going to poke in with this Unwavering Initiate. Guessing cat trade. Oh, to get extra life too. Nice play. Alright, so we are in trouble here. We know what kind of cards he's got for the top end, Sandworm Convergence and Approach to the Second Sun. I wouldn't be surprised to see one of them here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's got Sandworm Convergence if he's got the card. Here we go, Sandworm Convergence. Or Approach. Okay, going to 28. Oh, and then he's got those mills. He's got those mill cards. He's probably going to cast one of those. This deck is pretty silly. Alright, we've got to start making some more attacks here. Just gonna swing in with this guy. He's gonna take 4. If he's got the mill card, then we're pretty hopeless to win here, I think, anyways. So hopefully he doesn't have that. We would have swung out with everything he's got. He's got some decent blocks right now. We need to draw a card to let us push through. Sandworm Convergence. Wow. No, pull from tomorrow. Wow, this guy's deck is pretty insane. He left 1 extra mana that he didn't spend. I don't know if he intended to do that. Probably not. He's got that green floating there. Interesting. Man, we could have really used a cycler there. I guess we're going to make some swings that are not amazing here. I hate it. I just don't want to do it. So awful. If I don't hurry up and do something, though, I'm just going to lose. We'll make these swings here. Oh, taking all of it. That's pretty sweet. Maybe he knows he wins, though. Maybe he can cast the mill spell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, mill spell, and then also cast the Second Sun. Oh yeah, he just drew it, I forgot. Okay, so that was a little bit rough. That was quite a beating we took there. This deck wasn't good, we knew that going in.